Gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. There you have it, the Philadelphia Eagles, the reigning Super Bowl champions. I don't know how you guys do it. The team is just loaded, absolutely loaded. We're starting it off from the beginning of the football game, and we're going to work ourselves off. The game literally just ended. And this is I really like this because obviously, Jalen Hurts doesn't see anybody open here. Starts using his feet, still nobody really open. And he just gets this touchdown here. And this was a huge pivotal just kind of part because Dallas opens off the game. They go down there. They score a touchdown at 7-0. The Cowboys offense looks really good. CeeDee Lamb had a bunch of yards. Dak and his connection was looking good. Javonte Williams rushes it in for the touchdown. And the Cowboys offense did not look like the Cowboys offense of last season. And what's really interesting is we're going to show you a bunch of these clips. Philly just did everything right. They didn't turn the ball over. They forced a turnover that we're going to get to in a minute or two. They ran the ball. They dominated, honestly. The time of possession came down to like 35-25, but it didn't feel like that. It felt like Philly had the football this entire game. There was a rain delay. Jalen Carter spit on Dak Prescott right away before the first offensive snap, and got DQ'd. He got thrown out of the football game. So, folks, welcome back to the NFL season. Let's get right into it. All right, guys, second touchdown of the night. Once again, offense for Dallas looking good. We're halfway through the second quarter. It's 14-7 Dallas's way, and because of NFL copyright, kind of had to skip this a little bit. He sees nobody open. Jalen Hurts doesn't see anybody open and just comes down here, runs it, and easily scores this touchdown here. The reason I'm bringing this stuff up is because both teams were pretty matched as far as offensive yardage goes. 307 yards for Dallas, 302 for Philly, 7-11 on third down for Dallas, 8-13 on third down for Philly. The run game, 158 yards. Most of that was actually in the first half. Dallas did a really good job of stopping Saquon and stopping the Philadelphia Eagles running attack after, halfway through the third quarter once that lightning suspension came in. And, like I said at the beginning, they just did everything right. They went 3 of 3 in the red zone. Dallas went 2 of 3 in the red zone. 2 and 2 in goal-to-goal efficiency. They did have 9 penalties for 110 yards, but to be honest, the play calling here from a non-biased Packers fan was a little bit interesting at certain points in this football game. But folks, let's take a look at some more clips. This was a very pivotal point in the first half here. There's only a minute and 53 seconds left. Dallas is up 17-14. As you can see right here, it's 3rd and 6. Now, we didn't see A.J. Brown catch a football or get targeted all the way till the Eagles' last drive. This is the longest play of the night for Philly, and it's to Jahan freaking Dotson. All right, this is a beautifully thrown football by Jalen Hurts. He looks so comfortable. I know everybody always says it, but he really is so poised. And I didn't really have any affiliation going into this game. You got Dallas, Philly here. I've made over 3,000 NFL videos on this channel. This is like my 5th Eagles video. All right, so folks, hit that like button if you guys want more. Try and aim for 100 likes on tonight's video. But this was a really big deal because Philadelphia ultimately scores a touchdown that you're about to see here from Saquon Barkley, but great connection to Jahan Dotson. 3 catches, 59 yards for him. Like Devontae Smith, 3 catches, 16 yards. A.J. Brown, just that 1 catch for 8 yards at the end of the football game. It wasn't anything crazy. Like, Philly's offense didn't do anything crazy. And they just did everything good. They didn't do anything like, whoa. That's how you win football games. Just kind of being boring, right? So here's that touchdown. We got Jalen and Saquon here in the backfield. So Hurts actually led Philly in rushing yards tonight. 14 carries for 62 yards and the 2 touchdowns we showed you in the first 2 clips of this video. Saquon ran 18 times for 60 yards, which is only 3.3 yards per carry, 1 touchdown that you're seeing on the screen here. There's only a minute left in this football game, or in the half here. It's 17-14, literally like 2 plays after that Jahan Dotson catch. And, I keep saying, like, all of this was in the first half. Saquon got most of his business done, and honestly, Jalen as well, for that matter. We got rained out halfway through the third quarter, and from that point on, it was just kind of defenses stopping offenses, both sides. Philly stopping Dallas, Dallas stopping Philly's run. There were a couple of first downs sprinkled in there for both teams, but Philly ran for 158 yards in tonight's football game for 3 touchdowns, averaging 4.2 yards per carry on 38 total attempts. And like I said, a lot of that was in the first half. Dallas did a good job of making adjustments. But then at the end of the day, man, that Eagles pass rush and their defensive backs just doing their thing. We're going to kind of have to wait for the All-22 clip to really dissect that second half defense and the pressure and the defensive backs and all that fun stuff. But we'll get into some more clips here. But yeah, Saquon Barkley touchdown. I'm playing him in fantasy, of course. And of course I have Dakota as QB1. My mistake. All right, don't show special teams too much. Or at least I don't recall it. This is 58 yards. Philly is up 21-20 right here. And in this next clip, you're about to see the turnover from Jahad Campbell and Quinyon Mitchell. But this is a 58-yarder. Jake Elliott was not a good 50-plus kicker last season, which is weird because he's typically as good as it gets. But this was a very big turning point before that rain delay. Ultimately, as we got later on to the game, because like I said, there's 8 minutes, 34 seconds left in this clip, and points just didn't really come. I don't think anybody scored after, nobody scored after this field goal. And a 58-yarder, take it from a Packers fan. You never appreciate how good you have it on special teams until either you see stuff like this, a 58-yarder, or you just see your field goal guy missing kicks, missing extra points and all that stuff. But let's get to this turnover that was really the turning point to this football game. All right, we got 4 minutes, 52 seconds. Now down here, number 30, got Jahad Campbell, the rookie. And it's 1st and 10. And right before this, Miles Sanders, the backup running back for Dallas, had like a 48, maybe 49-yard run to get him up to the 12-yard line, 11-yard line. And you're going to see the rookie, and I'll show it to you, and then we'll dissect it. Quinyon Mitchell ends up getting this, and then Dak somehow miraculously gets this tackle here. Otherwise, it looks like that's getting housed. But you got Campbell right here, number 30. And it's kind of hard to represent because Philly didn't have any sacks tonight. This was the only turnover of the football game. Jalen Carter got DQ'd before their first defensive snap. And it's kind of hard to show you in just highlights of like Zach Bond, Adoree Jackson making plays, Cooper, Quinyon Mitchell, Reed Blankenship, like especially in that final quarter. But you see Jahad Campbell right here, and he's going to strip that ball loose, and then Quinyon Mitchell just falls right onto his lap, and he picks that up. 48's absolutely losing his mind right here. And this is the rookie, man. Like I said a few minutes ago, this is only like my 5th, maybe 6th. I think it's like my 5th Eagles video ever on this channel. But you watch a lot of Eagles. They're always playing good teams. You guys are always beating my Packers. You beat me twice last season. I was always too upset to record a video. But it's so impressive. Like starting at the top at GM, ownership, coaching staff, it's just a creme de la creme franchise, and you guys blow me away with your talent and your depth and your ability to find guys like Jahad Campbell here, and just truly is impressive. And obviously that's why Philly won the Super Bowl last year. It's a big game in all consideration. I know it's week 1. I know Philly's at home here, but you're going up against a division rival. Dallas at the end of the day did not look the worst. They definitely got it going on offense early on, and Philly in that second half kind of put a kibosh to that. But all in all, especially in the divisional game in week 1 as well, it's not always going to be pretty, and it doesn't always have to be crazy. And that's what Philly did tonight, man. They just played a pretty much perfect executed offensive and defensive game, and that's why they won, and that's why they won the Super Bowl last year. So, folks, that's it from me. It's like 12:30 here in Florida. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit that like button, hit that sub button if you want more Eagles videos. Let me know your player of the game down below, any thoughts, comments you have, and we'll see you soon. Peace.